We were asked one question last night about a kingdom perspective on Ferguson, and I want to say a word about that. That was too important to leave just sort of to chance and whether it got addressed. Here's the thing. When events like Ferguson happen, and especially when a grand jury hands down this verdict that they came to, it inevitably polarizes the country along certain lines, racial lines for sure, political lines. And we live in an environment that is increasingly polarized to the point where people focus on the individual and on this individual event, and they can't even talk to each other. They only holler at each other. No one's really listening, trying to understand the other person's perspective. As kingdom people, here's the thing. We're called to reverse Babel. We're called to tear down walls. We're called to manifest the one new humanity. This isn't an addendum thing. This is a central aspect of the atonement. So one of the reasons why Jesus died, Ephesians 2. And so crucial we take a kingdom perspective on this and don't get sucked into the polarization of the world. Instead of focusing on the individual thing, I don't know what the grand jury knew, and so I say I don't know that. But I need to zoom out and see a bigger picture. When you zoom out and see a bigger picture, you realize there's something broken here. It's not just about one event. There's a pattern here that needs to be addressed. There's something seriously broken. Far too many unarmed African-American males get shot. And that's not about the individual policeman or their response. It's about a system here that needs to be addressed. The other important big picture thing a kingdom person has to ask, and I'm addressing here white folks like me, is to realize that the world you live in isn't the world that everybody else lives in. Or it's not necessarily the world that everybody else lives in. I came to the realization about 20 years ago that I float in a stratosphere of privilege, and that's been here from the founding of this country, that other folks don't float in, and there are just beneath me on the social totem pole walls that other people bump into that I don't bump into. And I don't even know about them unless I am in a relationship with somebody who does bump into those walls. And so what can happen is that when folks bump into walls and they go, ouch, if you're not aware of those walls, you're up here in the stratosphere, you can end up blaming them. Oh, you're just complaining, you're just playing the race card, you're this or that or other thing. You have no right to get angry. But see, this is why it's so crucial that we cultivate relationships with people who don't look like us to learn about a slice of the world that we otherwise wouldn't know about. And that gives you the ability to empathize, to at least understand why. If I was a black person, I'd be angry. My kid has a 27 times chance more likelihood to get shot than if they were white, shot by police. So this is empathize, and just know that your perspective is not necessarily the only perspective, and to learn, cultivate relationships to gain a broader slice of reality. Amen? Amen. We're called to manifest that one new humanity. Okay, let's get to the other questions. Amen.